Okay, this lesson is on direct objects and indirect objects, and it's our fourth lesson on sentences. So, complements. A complete sentence must contain a subject and a verb and a thought that makes sense. So some examples: rain fell. All we have here is a subject and a verb, but it's a complete thought. We don't have any questions. Rain fell. Birds sang. Again, subject, verb, two-word sentence, but it makes complete sense. However, sometimes a subject and a verb need other words to complete the thought. They don't make sense on their own, such as Tracy rapped. Well, Tracy rapped what? Okay. He seems. He seems how? We have questions. The subject and verb alone are not enough to make a complete sentence. When you need these additional words, they're called complements. And a complement is a word or group of words that complete the meaning of the subject and the verb for us. A complement usually will appear right after the verb or close to it. Most complements are nouns, pronouns, or adjectives. So, for example, Tracy wrapped the present. He seems sick. That is a problem. In every case, we have a subject, Tracy, a verb, wrapped, and a complement, the present. That's a noun. In this sentence, he is your subject, seems is your verb, the complement is sick. Sick is an adjective. And then that is your subject, is the verb, and the complement here is problem, also a noun. Okay? There are three types of complements. We have direct objects, indirect objects, and subject complements. Direct objects and indirect objects follow action verbs. Subject complements follow linking verbs and describe the subject. So, a direct object, in some sentences, the action is happening to the subject. I sat down. Okay? In this sentence, we have an action verb, sat. I'm doing the sitting, and I sat down. Down is modifying sat, and it's happening to me, the action. I'm the one doing the sitting, the subject. In other sentence, though, the action is happening to another person or object. The subject is doing something to someone or something else. So an example, I washed the dishes. In this sentence, I is the subject, washed is the verb. I'm doing the action of washing. But what's being washed is not myself, it's the dishes. The dishes are receiving the action of being washed. When that happens, okay, when the action is happening not to the subject, that's your direct object. The direct object is the noun or pronoun that receives the action of the verb. And to find it, we're going to follow a process similar to finding the object of a preposition. So we're going to ask what or whom after the action verb. So in the first sentence, I sat what? We can't answer that. I didn't sit anything. Sometimes I might sit my dogs, but in this sentence, I didn't sit anything, right? There's no direct object. Down is an adverb. However, in the second sentence, I washed what? There is an answer. I washed the dishes. Dishes is your direct object. So not every time you have an action verb, you're going to have a direct object. But when you do, it will answer what? There may be more than one direct object in a sentence. Okay, so and when the direct object when there is more than one direct object, it is a compound, meaning made up of more than one part. So the direct object is compound. At the fair, Kate bought a book and a scarf. So in this sentence, Kate is our subject, bought is your verb. What did Kate buy? That's the question we ask, right? Kate bought what? What did she buy? She bought a book and a scarf. Right? And so in this sentence, we have two direct objects, making it a compound direct object. When you have a question, or it's an interrogative sentence, the direct object will sometimes be found near the beginning of the sentence before the verb. Normally, the direct object is after the verb. question's a unique situation where it might be in front of the verb. So some examples, what has she taken from you? In this sentence, she is the subject, has taken is our verb, right? We have predicate, subject, predicate, like we were talking about in class. And so you ask the question, well, she's taken what? And the answer is what? She's taken what? And so what in this sentence is the pronoun and it's a direct object. Another example, which t-shirt do you like? In this sentence, you is the subject, do like is your verb, predicate, subject, predicate. And so when you say you do like what, the answer is t-shirt. And so t-shirt is the direct object here. Whom did you meet in the cafeteria? In this sentence, you is the subject, did meet is your verb. If you ask the question, you did meet whom? Whom is your direct object.